Hi, welcome back, everyone. I'm Chris.
I'm Suzanne.
And we're here to talk about a great technique on doing reverse applique.
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
So this is really an interesting technique, Suzanne, because this is what we would call reverse applique. And if you'll turn it over on the other side, you might get a better idea of what's happening here, because the petals are actually cut through the background fabric, and you're putting the fabric on the back, which seems a little different for so many of us.
It's confusing because your background is actually your foreground.
Exactly.
That's what was hard.
So here's the question then. Let's turn this back around. What would be the reason why somebody would want to do reverse applique versus just putting a simple applique on top of the fabric?
Well, there are several reasons. So when you do fusible applique, you are going to always have a little bit of a raw edge.
True. Yeah.
And you can always stitch it down, but it could still fray.
Okay.
So this gives you a really clean edge when you look at that. You're not going to see any fraying here on my circle.
You're right. No fraying at all.
Also, if you're doing needle turn, that's very accurate. You don't see any fraying with that.
Yeah.
However, needle turn does take time, and it's by hand. And you know how I am about handwork.
That is so true. I didn't even think about that because needle turn can give you those nice, beautiful edges.
Yep.
But you can get the same look of it with this.
Right.
Okay. So tell us how do we do this? Hey.
So the first thing we need to do, to get this circle right here, we have to decide what size we want. Now, I brought some really old guides. You can actually use a plate. You can use a can, whatever makes a good circle for you. Okay. Freezer paper is magic. It's fantastic.
Now, freezer paper has a paper side to it, which is what we're going to be tracing on.
Here.
And then it has the shiny side.
You can see that. Yeah, you can see it's shiny right there. I've decided we're going to use this size again, and I'm just going to put that right there, and we would draw a circle around it, cut it perfectly on the line.
Okay.
Because that's the finished size that we want. Take this to your fabric, and you would press the shiny side right here onto the back of your fabric after you've centered it how you want it.
Okay.
So I've gone ahead and done that for you because that way it keeps this. We won't really look at this one, but these right here.
And I will say that that's the beauty of using the freezer paper, because if you pull this up, it just comes off. There's no sticky residue left. And you can use it and reuse it as often as you want.
You can use it 3 or 4 times and it'll continue to stick.
Okay.
So the next thing you're going to do is cut about a ½ inch from that circle right there.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be perfect. So you can see she's cut out the center here, but we can't. There's no way you could get this to roll back and give you a nice finished edge.
So I've got to cut slits.
So you're going to cut slits, but you're going to cut them all the way to the edge of the paper. Don't cut through your paper, all the way to the edge.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And you're going to want to do them fairly closely together. And then
of course, if as you do it and you find that it's not working, you can put in another cut.
Exactly, you can add another cut, which I had to do on some of my petals. Now, this is the fun part.
Okay.
You have to press these back. And I will admit, I freely admit that I use a little steam on mine too.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's take a look.
Yep.
Yes.
Press it down. It'll be fine.
Okay. I could have probably cut a little closer in some spots, I think.
Right.
But
if you don't cut close enough, you'll notice it, but frequently you can make that, go away. And we're going to peel this off, what you've just put on there. Okay?
Okay.
So look how fantastic that is. She's got that pressed perfectly. You're going to take this glue stick, just a little bit of an edge of it, just tap it around. You don't need a ton. I just think
that is nice.
It's wonderful.
Oh yeah, I love that.
But now we need something besides just your cute little face or something sticking through that.
That's
we need a cute fabric. So here, you're going to want to choose something
That's going to be the hardest part.
Yeah, about the same size as what you had for your background. So this is a little bit bigger. As long as it fits over that, you're going to be good.
Okay, you can see here that I've got the zigzag. The width is 2.5 and your length is 1.
I've got it really tiny.
You have a really small one, don't you?
I do have it really small because I just want to make sure nothing comes out.
Right, right. So, yeah.
And so if you're catching the leopard print, that little pink leopard, and the blue background, then you're perfect.
You know what the nice thing about this is, if you are not perfect,
No one's going to see it.
You don't see it. What do we do with this? Do we need to trim it?
You're going to cut that off, 1/4 inch,
and
1/8 inch.
Of course, make sure that you're not catching the fabric underneath.
Right. If you catch your little pieces that you've peeled back, that's not a problem.
Right.
But you don't want to catch what part that's going to be your background.
Right. Oops.
So.
Okay.
All right. So you could see she cut a few of the little blue things off, but no big deal.
Okay, that is fun.
See how easy that is?
That really is.